Lincoln confiscated the property and made it into a cemetery. But after the war, they settled.
That is the Lincoln Memorial.
Stop. No right turn.
That there's the Lincoln Memorial. We're driving by.
No right
We've
turn.
heard that it was very nice at night, so we're going later in the day.
Well, we're on our way to Arlington.
Yeah. I'm going there a little bit early.
We'll turn around and come back. If we don't find the Lincoln Memorial sign.
Right of that,
Just tap me on the shoulder when you come out.
Right there, that's the Kennedy Center. A lot of you might have seen the Kennedy Family Honors, I think they call them. Well, they're held there.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Potomac.
Yeah, okay, say it again.
There is the Kennedy Center, named, of course, for President John F. Kennedy.
We got to the point where it's...
You might not be able to see it very well, but it is kind of dark. That is the Iwo Jima Memorial.
Stop.
Oh, wait.
Stand.
This is a great shot of the, on the left, of course, the Washington. Okay, you can kind of make it out. To the lower right-hand corner is the Lincoln Memorial, and of course to the left is the Washington Monument. As you can see right here, this is kind of a very patriotic shot. In the lower right-hand corner is the Lincoln Memorial, and in the upper left, of course, with the red lights, is the Washington Monument.
Now get Watergate.
To the left, all the way down there at the end with all the lights, is the Watergate Hotel and offices, and there to the right of that on the shore there is the Kennedy Center.
Independence, thank you.
Lincoln Memorial.
Those two flames right there, you can kind of get two flames. That is the eternal flame marking the gravesite of what you're looking at right now is the Jefferson Memorial. Looks very pretty at night, and the body of water that we're across from is the tidal basin.
Right there. You have to
Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there are two tones to the Washington Monument. That's because they started it, then they went to war. And so when they finished, they had to build it with a different kind of stone. We're passing right in front of the Jefferson Memorial. Inside, you can sort of see the statue inside. Well, we're here at the Jefferson Memorial, and as you can see, there it is. It's a memorial to Thomas Jefferson, who lived from 1743 to 1826. One of the little-known facts, or probably a wide-known facts, is that he died on July 4th, 1826. Get it.
What's this sign say?
Okay, right now we're going straight on Virginia, and straight ahead, towering almost 130 feet, is the Washington Monument. Those right there, that's the pillars to the Lincoln Memorial. We've driven by it about 3 times. We're finally getting off at the right exit. Looking at is
Start over. Okay.
what you see right now, straight ahead. We're driving over the George Washington Bridge over the Potomac, and straight ahead is Grant's Mansion, which is the area. I mean, oh, is that a beautiful shot? Anthony, back window, back window. We'll go over to the same. Right there, I don't know if you could see it or not, is Lee's Mansion. This is the location for Arlington Cemetery, and right below it, I doubt you can make it out, but it is the Eternal Flame, just directly below it. The Eternal Flame, of course, marking the burial of our 35th president, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and his wife, Jacqueline. I want that. I want the monument. Here, let me see it, because I'm the only one who knows what I want. It's no. Here, let me see. We're here at the Black Wall. This is the memorial to all of those, or some of those, who died in the Vietnam War. As you can see, there are many memorials, via like flags or wreaths, that people come and put in. here at the Vietnam Memorial. This is known as the Black Wall. It's a registry for some of the people who died during the Vietnam War. And as you can see, the reflection at night coming off of the Lincoln Memorial is quite a spectacle.
As they're turning, there's a flag there.
Look at that. That whole black thing is the door. And that is what protects, well, that is the outer protection to the sacred documents of this nation. Right there, directly ahead, is the United States Capitol building. To the left is the home of the Senate, and to the right is where the House of Representatives meets.
Cut.
The name of the statue on top is called Freedom, and it is 139 feet tall. The left and right little, I don't know what you'd call those, they look like boxes on the top. They mark the original House and Senate buildings. Then eventually the middle piece was put in that connected them, and finally the dome was put on more recently. There's the Capitol building, the statue on the top. Its name is Freedom. It is 110 feet tall.
Marks the highest point in Washington, D.C.
Marks the highest point in Washington, D.C.
And was redone.
And it was redone in 93. Well,
Are you recording? Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Supreme Court.
this is the National Archives building, and if we can get a nice tight close-up of the door, that door is 3 feet thick, and it is just the first protection. It is just the first protection of our nation's sacred documents. When we were there earlier, you saw that the actual inside protection is that all of the documents drop down 20 feet underground and are enclosed in a lead case that is shock-proof, fireproof, waterproof, and just about anything else proof. There is a great shot of the White House. This is probably right here, somewhere in the middle there is where you'll see all of your reporters, your national reporters and journalists doing their commentary from. This right here is the old Executive Office building, still used for many government offices, specifically those of the Vice President. What you're looking right there is a very little known statue that's been in this area for the past 300 years. Ben Franklin put that statue up. It is a statue of his mother riding a horse. What's so funny? Okay, what you're looking at right now is a very interesting statue of Ben Franklin's father. Now, it's very well known that Ben Franklin started horse riding. Way back in the 1330s, it was Ben Franklin's great-grandfather. And Ian Ray, if we could bring the camera over here, this is Mr. Ian Ray, who, Ian, what can you tell us about that statue right there of Ben Franklin's father?
He's on a horse.
Anything else? This is the architect. He actually designed and put that guy on the horse in the late 1630s.
Damn hard, man.
Who is it designed after? Who is the actual face designed after?
Ben Washington.
Hello, we're here having lunch. It's Saturday. We're at the Timberlake restaurant. To my right is Ben Bernard. To his right is Anthony P. Leone. And right next to the camera on the left is Mr. Kevin McDonald. As you can see there in the background, we've already done this. We've already asked for our Bacardi rum. So we're hoping they'll bring a pitcher. We also ordered a bunch of crudites. If anyone out there knows what a crudite is, please call Lancers Live at 754-8281, extension 666. Thank you. Hello, we're here at the Smithsonian Institution at the National Air and Space Museum. Behind me is the newly restored Enola Gay. This is the plane that dropped the bombs in 1945 on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. Hello, we're here at the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. One of the interesting things about this memorial, and as well as much of the historical things in Washington, is that it's made out of almost completely 100% marble. As you can see behind me is the statue that was started in 1922 and completed sometime in the early 50s. We're here at the Vietnam Memorial, and behind me is the let's start again. Don't. We're here at the Vietnam Memorial, and behind me is the statue. Cut. Ready? We're here at the Black Wall in Washington, D.C., and behind me is a memorial that was dedicated to the women who served just 3 years ago.
Hello, I'm Steven Psykowski, live at the Vietnam Women's Memorial, which was dedicated only 3 years ago to honor those women who served in Vietnam.
We were just the last people here at the National Archives for today to see the Bill of Rights. It's just gone down and it's just into its secured chamber. I think this gentleman right here is asking for permission to bring it back up because a lot of people, a group of elementary students from the Washington area has just come in and they seem pretty upset. But we were the last people. One thing that we asked this gentleman here was what kind of gas they put between the glass container and the actual documents, and he said that's just one of the myths, along with the myth that John Hancock signed his name exceptionally big. That's how he signed every document that he ever put his name to, so that the myth that John Hancock wrote exceptionally large is completely untrue.
I'm gonna go up there and see.
But as I said, that the Bill of Rights is just, or not the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence has just dropped down into its secured chamber. Great.
Where's the Capitol?
Oh, it's there somewhere. Behind you is the Washington Monument.
They got it? Okay. Push. You got it. We're inside. Everybody set?
I cheated the system.
Hi, Steve.
Hello, this is Dom Sirianni for Lancers Live, and as you can see, we're in the Washington subway. Now, this is a terribly scary thing for me because I'm extremely claustrophobic, but as I found out last year in Boston when we did this, it really isn't that bad. So, we'll pick up again when we're inside the subway car.
Stay on the right.
Another one comment.
Why don't you take this chair for that door? What's the problem with this door? Hello, this is Dom Sirianni for Lancers Live, and I'm here with another Model UN member, Mr. Ian Ray. Ian is the honorable delegate from Cote d'Ivoire in the General Assembly Plenary Committee. Ian, what will you be talking about in today's session?
We will be talking about peacekeeping and security measures within the Western African region. Actually, the whole world.
Now, are you aware that there was just an Ebola virus attack on your nation of Cote d'Ivoire? Will that come up in your committee this afternoon?
Yes, we sure hope so. Even though it's a little off our topic, we're going to try and change things and get that on the topic because we're very concerned about that right now.
Thank you very much. If you could just step over there. This is, over here, another Cote d'Ivoirian delegation, Mr. Ben Bernard. Have a seat, Ben. What will you be talking about in today's committee?
Violence against women, and hopefully, if we get to it, world health.
Now, your actual topic is world health?
Yes.
So, but you've already decided to talk about women's rights.
Yes, but I'm going to try and get that changed.
Okay, we wish you luck. And thank you very much. This is Dom Sirianni, live from Washington. Hello, we're here at the banquet for the 33rd annual Model United Nations here in Washington, D.C. Seated on my left is Ben Bernard, Ian Ray on my right, Kevin McDonald, Scott Klinger, Bill Guybin, Steven Psykowski, and at the camera tonight is Mr. Anthony P. Leone. We're actually wondering, there's a big question about who's tonight's guest speaker is going to be. With Chelsea Clinton in the next committee, along with Ian and Scott, it makes you wonder.